people, disabled people, LGBT plus people. And it means that any approach we have has to take that into account. So Miriam Dobson made a really good comment about intersectionality, so I think I'll just let you read it if that seems okay. Okay, so intersectionality is the belief that oppressions are interlinked and cannot be solved alone. So when we think about a scientist, perhaps our brain comes up with a kind of image like this. So it's going to be a white, heterosexual, cisgender man. And they're generally very logical, serious, unemotional. Maybe someone like this. But we know now, anybody can look like a scientist, because anybody can be a scientist. And we need to see more images like this. We need to hear more of these stories. And one person that's really helping with this is Jess Wade. So she's a physicist, and she has wrote an article on a female scientist every day for the last year for Wikipedia. She's amazing. She's doing it all voluntarily. There are also some pretty good examples of female scientists and scientists that aren't stereotypes in the media. And quite a few women have said that they got into STEM fields because they saw a female scientist on TV and they knew it was a possibility. This has become known as the Scully effect for Kevin Scully, who has a degree in physics. But I think the best example of media representation is Star Trek. So the original series of Star Trek, they decided to have a multiracial, multicultural cast. Nichelle Nichols, when she was thinking about leaving, the civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. convinced her to stay. And he said it was really, really important because as a black woman, she represented a future that people could aspire to. She did stay. She then criticized NASA for hiring only white male astronauts. They invited her to NASA headquarters, asked her to help them convince former applicants to reapply. So this is how we ended up with Sally Ride as the first American woman in space, and Gloria Buford as the first black American in space. Now, Mae Jemison used to watch the original Star Trek. So she's the first black woman in space, just to remind you. She used to watch the original Star Trek. She saw Nichols. She was very inspired. When she came home, she went and cameoed in Star Trek The Next Generation. Here she is with Nichols on set. And here she is with Nichols just last year. Obviously, Star Trek inspires lots of people. So just at the end, this is Samantha Cristovalli. So she spent 6 months on the International Space Station, and here she is as Catherine Janeway, who was also the science officer. It's very magical. She also, this is my final slide, so she also dressed as Leonard Nimoy when he died. And I think this is a beautiful image, and I think we need to see more things like this. We need this so that every single child knows that they could grow up to do something extraordinary. They could study the stars, they could even go into space. Thank you.